In this episode, we're talking about market research strategies. I used to think that doing market research was absolute torture. I mean, really, see it from my perspective. You'd sit in business class, and all they'd make you do all semester is market research. They never really got around to showing us how to run the business, how to survive in the business, because it was all about market research. And I used to think that was, as I said, absolute torture. I wanted to pull my hair out. All I wanted to do was skip that class because I felt like, okay, one day of market research is more than enough. Let's move on to making money. Well, it doesn't work that way. And now I've come full circle. Having run my own companies for many, many years, I realize that the foundation to a successful business, regardless of what industry or what niche you're in, whether you're selling online or in person, it doesn't matter. If you don't know who your customer is, if you don't understand your market, you'll be wasting your time and wasting your money developing products and services for customers that are never going to buy because your market doesn't exist, because people don't actually want what you're putting down. Oh, but today, we're going to do away with all of that. I'm going to show you a few different strategies for market research that are going to help ignite your business, help influence be increased, help your authority be increased, and ultimately help you make more money. Stay tuned. In this video, I'm going to show you where you need to be looking, whose opinion actually matters, and we're going to take all the emotions out of it. The first place you should be looking, even if you're trying to be the most innovative product or service producer ever, you need to be looking at what your competitors are doing. They are going to have done a ton of this work as well if they are successful. So what you want to be looking for are, where are they looking for their customers? Try and look at your competitors and actually sketch out what you think their customer avatar is based on the messages and the content that they're putting out there to attract those customers. Another great place to look is in the comment sections of your competitors. Look at how people are talking to each other, how they're talking to the brand, and what kinds of things are they saying? Are they supportive of the brand? Are they excited about the next launch? Or do they have questions or concerns? Because when we look at our competitors' stuff, we can see where they're sending their messages to their customers. Maybe we have the same customer, or maybe we have a tangentially connected customer, or maybe our customer's completely different and they're entirely missing the mark. The other thing you want to be looking for when you're looking at your competitors is the community that they're building. The easiest way to separate your brand from another brand is by the community that you build. Raving fans, a huge community of engaged members is going to be a lot more profitable than a company that has to constantly be reigniting customers. They have to spend all of their time and energy onboarding people just so that they understand the basics. When you have a community of people, they start to educate each other, taking a lot of the work off your back. Are you like me? Did you hate doing market research in business class? Oh, let me know in the comments below. We need to come up with our support group, guys. A lot of business owners that I work with, they come to me because they're struggling to connect with new customers. They're struggling to build that thriving community. And they come to me going, I can't figure it out. I don't understand. My customers just don't make sense to me. The reality is, my friends, that if you're not listening to your customers, you're listening to the wrong people. Look at your market. Look at who your ideal customer is, who's buying your products, and literally ask them what they need. Ask them what they want. Maybe you're in info products, so ask your people what they're struggling with so that you can help design a roadmap to help them overcome that. You can charge money for it. You can offer it for free, whichever strategy you go with, as long as you're basing it off of the opinions and the needs of your customers. I had this client once who was a business owner who only listened to other business owners, did not listen to their customers whatsoever, because they had this idea that they knew everything. They knew better than their customer. and that it was their job as a business owner to inform the customer that they are the best solution. And I can completely understand where that mentality comes from, but the reality is it's not actually going to move the needle forward for your customer. When you listen to your customer, you can then design that solution. Yeah, sure, you have the best solution for your customer and they don't know it yet, but if you don't tie it back to what your customer is actually saying, they won't make that mental leap to make the connection between where they are struggling and where your solution is. Instead, when you use the words that literally come out of your customer's mouths, they build that bridge for themselves. Pretty good. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join us here on the channel. New videos every single week just for you guys. Business can be an incredibly emotional journey, especially if this is your first business. Oh, I know there are a lot of people who wrap up all of their emotions in their business, and when things don't go according to plan, it can get really emotionally heartbreaking. So let's take the emotion out of it for a moment. When you're looking at customer research and you're looking at your market research and you're understanding the landscape of your business, you don't need to play with emotions for that. It's pretty easy to look at raw data, to look at analytics, to look at numbers. They don't have the emotions in them. They're just straight facts. And when you start to tweak things and tinker with things and make little modifications here and there, you can see the change in those trends and you can see the change in that data. And that's what's really going to help connect you. Yes, we are going to be talking to our customers. Yes, we are playing in the realm of emotions there. We are understanding the emotions of our customer. And on the other side of it, we want to look at that raw data, that unemotional data, and see where we can see correlations. If we tweak something in our data, does that change the messaging? If we tweak something in our messaging, does that change the data? And back and forth and back and forth. So look for ways that you can find that rich data. There's data that you control, which would be like your Facebook analytics, your YouTube account and the analytics there, the analytics and data that's directly tied to your products. So if you're running your online funnels through ClickFunnels, for example, they have a slew of data available to you and statistics of where people are coming through your funnel, where they get stuck, what opt-in page is it that's holding them from moving forward. Where are those? You can add in more advanced techniques like a heat map, so you can literally see where your customer is hovering their mouse. Where are they pausing on the page? What buttons are they clicking? You can see all of that. You can layer all of that information together so you can see the trends of all of the customers coming to your page. Where are they pausing? Where are they getting stuck? And you can also purchase market research data. So you can get market research firms to go out there and to look at your market specifically. And this is something I really like to do because it's separate from you. 100% your emotions are not going to get involved in that. You'll be presented this beautiful report that has a ton of info that can help you connect and find those dream customers. Once you do more organic strategies in figuring out what are the literal messages that are coming out of their mouths that you can use to build that bridge so that they realize your solution is not only the best solution, it is the only solution that is tailored to them. I love it. So we got to talk, guys. We got to talk because market research is super important. And yes, it can be incredibly expensive if you're going for those external companies who are doing the research for you. But the coolest way, the easiest way, the most organic way is to connect with your customers in a community setting. And the way that we do that in the visibility hacking movement is helping entrepreneurs and digital marketers create communities online through live streaming. And if you want to do that for your business too, then I definitely recommend you join us for a Live Academy. The links are down below. We're going to start out for a whole week of camera confidence training to help you make sure that you bring your personality to the screen before you even press the record button. There is so much that we can build up before we start streaming. and there is so much more we can do once we get to our streaming platform. So I am personally inviting you guys to join us. The links are down below. I cannot wait to see what you guys do with that knowledge. All right, in the meantime, while you're filling out that login information, then definitely check out these videos, and I will see you again in our next one. Remember, I love you. Be excellent to each other.